Hi, I'm Sarah Beshta with Life Tools Tutoring, and this is Strong Kids Storytime. Today we have the Magic School Bus in the Time of the Dinosaurs. It's written by Joanne Cole and illustrated by Bruce Deegan. It was Visitors' Day at school. Parents, relatives, and friends were coming that afternoon to see our work. In Ms. Frizzle's class, we were making the whole room into Dinosaur Land. I love Visitors' Day. My parents are coming. My grandma's coming. I hope she likes my project. Suddenly, Ms. Frizzle said, "Pay attention, children. I have wonderful news." I wonder what the good news is. Maybe it's lunchtime already. Maybe we don't have to learn all these dinosaur names. "Our class has been invited to a dinosaur dig," explained the Frizz. "We'll be leaving right away." As we went out, one kid grabbed the video camera. Others took along model dinosaurs for good luck. When you have the wackiest teacher in school, you need all the luck you can get. "We're leaving now?" I guess Ms. Frizzle forgot about Visitors' Day. She never forgot anything before. We couldn't believe we had to get on that rickety old school bus again. Kids held their lucky dinosaurs tight and hoped for the best. My lucky dinosaur is Tyrannosaurus Rex. My lucky dinosaur is Stegosaurus. My lucky dinosaur is wondering if this old bus will make it. As we rolled onto the highway, Miss Frizzle shouted from the driver's seat, "We're on our way to fossil country, kids." Who knows what a fossil is? Luckily, we had done our homework. We knew a fossil is anything left from a prehistoric animal or plant. This story is make-believe. There were no dinosaurs in the time of cave people. After we had been driving for a long time, we came to a desert where people were working. Miss Frizzle said this was the dinosaur dig. The people were paleontologists, scientists who study prehistoric life. Dinosaurs lasted for 150 million years on Earth. Weren't they amazing, Arnold? It's amazing that I've lasted this long in Miss Frizzle's class. Oh, Arnold. Everyone at the dig was working hard, using all kinds of tools to separate the fossils from the rocks around them. "I see you're still interested in dinosaurs, Jeff." "Valerie, I haven't seen you since high school. Let's get this on video." The paleontologists told us they had found the fossil bones of a duck-billed dinosaur called Maiasaura. She calls him Jeff? He calls her Valerie? They went to high school together? That must have been in prehistoric times. The paleontologists seemed sad. "We were looking for fossil eggs," they said, "but we haven't found any yet." "We found the bones of some Maiasaura dinosaurs, Valerie. We were hoping to find their nests." I didn't know her name was Valerie. We saw a gleam in Miss Frizzle's eye. "Want to look for some Maiasaura nests, kids?" she shouted. She rushed us onto the bus and drove off. "But we just got here. I want to look at the crane. I want to see the dinosaur bone." "See you later, Jeff." We hadn't gone far when Miss Frizzle stopped the bus. She turned a dial on the dashboard and the bus began to change. It looked like a giant alarm clock. Miss Frizzle said it was a time machine. Now I've seen everything. This bus is getting ridiculous. Maiasaura were some of the very last dinosaurs on Earth. The hand on the clock started moving backward. 1 hour back, 1 day back, 1 year back. Outside the windows, the desert was whizzing by. 1,000 years, 1,000,000 years. We're on our way to the time Maiasaura. Hang on, class, yelled Frizz. Ring, ring, the alarm went off. We heard Miss Frizzle say, oops, we had a little machine trouble. We went back too far in time, but it's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about? We missed the time of the Maiasaura by millions of years. Class, we're in the late Triassic period, the time of the early dinosaurs. You mean we're in the same place, but in another time? You mean this is what that desert looked like 220 million years ago? Wow, it's a jungle out there. The Frizz pointed to some dinosaurs that were hunting on the banks of a river. Their name is Cleophysis, she said. These early dinosaurs were small and light. Giant dinosaurs did not develop until later. Cleophysis have excellent teeth for eating meat. Their teeth have saw edges like steak knives. Trying to look like a steak. Suddenly, a large reptile rose out of the water and opened its huge mouth. That is not a dinosaur, Ms. Frizzle said. It's a phytosaur, a crocodile-like reptile. The phytosaur caught a little dinosaur and pulled it underwater. We wanted to get back on the bus pronto, but Ms. Frizzle said we had to learn about Triassic plant life. We were examining some ferns when Ms. Frizzle shouted, "Look at those terrific prosauropods! They were the first dinosaurs to eat plants." I just love Triassic plants, class, don't you? Do you hear something? You mean those crunching sounds? Miss Frizzle isn't the only one who loves Triassic plants. A sudden downpour caught us by surprise, but the dinosaurs went right on eating. We ran for the bus and Frizzy called, "Get ready to go forward in time, kids." In a tropical forest, rains are frequent and heavy, Arnold. Now she tells me. Jeff will love this video. The last things we saw before we took off were some small furry animals. Miss Frizzle said they were the first mammals. The hand on the clock moved ahead and the Triassic rainforest whizzed out of sight. When will we see Maiasaura eggs? Maiasaura lived 160 million years from now. Let's see if we can find them. Ring, ring, the alarm went off, and we heard Miss Frizzle say, "Oh no, we had stopped too soon. It was the late Jurassic period, the age of giants." Here are some interesting tree trunks. I don't think so. This is Apatosaurus, also called Brontosaurus. Notice these sauropod dinosaurs, children, said Ms. Frizzle. They were kind of impossible to miss. They were the largest land animals that ever lived. 60 million years have passed since we were here last. Look, those sauropods are swallowing their food whole. Their teeth are not good for chewing, Phoebe. They swallow stones to grind up food in their stomachs. It must take a lot of plants to feed a giant sauropod. Sauropods must spend most of their time eating. What a life. Under a pile of leaves, we found some dinosaur eggs just about to hatch. Nearby, some Stegosaurus, plated dinosaurs, were eating plants. One of the Stegosaurus had a hurt leg. Are they the Maiasaura eggs? No, Keisha. Maiasaura did not live in the Jurassic period. They came later, much later. Suddenly, an Allosaurus approached the wounded Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus' spiked tail lashed out. It missed Allosaurus by an inch. What would happen next? We held our breath. Oh no! Poor Stegosaurus. Allosaurus darted close and took a big bite. Then it moved back and waited. Stegosaurus got weaker and weaker. It had become food for Allosaurus. Class, whatever Allosaurus does not eat will feed other dinosaurs too. At my old school, we never got this close to predators. I guess that Stegosaurus won't become a dinosaur fossil. Nope, it's becoming a dinosaur dinner. As we ran for the time machine, Ms. Frizzle pointed out some strange birds. The first birds appeared in the late Jurassic period, she said. Then she pushed the fast forward button and shouted, "Maiasaura, here we come!" We still didn't find Maiasaura nests. Come on, let's go look for them. Ring, ring! The alarm went off again. We looked out, and then we freaked out. Once again, we had stopped too soon. Here we are in the late Cretaceous period, announced Miss Frizzle. At this time, there was a sea right in the middle of our continent. You won't see any dinosaurs here. We're in the same place 25 million years later. How time flies. That's not all that flies. Out the windows, enormous sea reptiles swam by. Overhead, flying reptiles glided past, dipping their beaks in the water to catch fish. We were getting a little wet, so the Frizz set the clock ahead again. I'm homesick. I'm seasick. At my old school, the bus didn't leak. Can't we find a drier time, Ms. Frizzle? The next thing we knew, we had traveled forward 2 million years. Now we were at the very end of the Cretaceous period. This was the time of the last dinosaurs. This was the time we had been looking for. The sea has drifted up in this part of the world, class. This is the time of the Maiasaura. You let a couple of million years go by and look what happens. As soon as we got off the bus, we saw that the Cretaceous world was different. The weather was cooler. There were colorful flowers and fruits everywhere. And there were lots of new plant-eating dinosaurs. These plant eaters could chew better than any other dinosaurs, said Ms. Frizzle. They had terrific teeth for grinding, and they had cheeks. Cheeks kept food from falling out, so plant eaters do not lose food they have already chewed. Gee, I didn't know cheeks were so important. We were watching the plant eaters chew when some Tyrannosaurus approached. They were some of the largest meat eaters ever. Their mouths were giant biting machines with 60 sharp stabbing teeth. Uh-oh, here comes trouble! Tyrannosaurus trouble! Some other dinosaurs had more teeth, but Tyrannosaurus had enormous teeth. I feel sorry for the tooth fairy. The Tyrannosaurus were scary enough. Then a pack of Troodon showed up too. They were small, but there were a lot of them. They began circling the bus to see what it was. We sized up the situation and ran. I hope you are observing the Troodon, class. Notice a slashing claw on each back foot. We'd like to observe them, Miss Frizzle, but we have to leave right away. In a hurry, this instant. In other words, now! As we came over the crest of the hill, we saw an incredible sight. It was the Maiasaura nesting ground. Wow, look at all the babies. It's dinosaur daycare. We weren't the only ones who had found the Maiasaura. The Troodon had followed us. They invaded the nesting ground. The Maiasaura parents defended their young. All at once, a sandstorm blew up. In minutes, a thick layer of sand covered the dinosaurs. These dinosaurs will all be buried. Poor dinosaurs. Poor us. Everything happened so fast. There was no way we could help the dinosaurs. Maybe they would become fossils. Back in the bus, Miss Frizzle drove forward in time. We thought we were going home, but on the way, the bus screeched to a stop. We are at the very last minutes of the Cretaceous period, said Miss Frizzle. A bright light was shining in the sky. "Notice that asteroid," said the Frizz. "It's a huge rock from outer space. Soon it will hit the Earth. The asteroid will cause an enormous explosion. Black soot will fill the air and block out the sun. Plants won't grow, and millions of living things will become extinct, including the dinosaurs." "Miss Frizzle, could we leave before the asteroid hits?" The Frizz pushed the forward button and we started again. When the alarm rang, we were back in our own time. The paleontologists were worried about us and came looking for us. We gave them a tip on a fossil site. Then we waved goodbye and drove back to school. "Go that way about 100 steps and start digging. I bet you'll find some Maiasaura nests. If you say so, Val, we'll send you a copy of our video." In the classroom, we made a chart of our trip to the dinosaurs. Just as we were finishing it, people started coming in for Visitors' Day. The visitors admired everything. They had never seen such fabulous projects, such wonderful books, or such an incredible video. And of course, they had never met a teacher quite like Ms. Frizzle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed learning some cool things about dinosaurs. I know I did. I think dinosaurs are fascinating. Alright, thanks for watching.